Xiaomi blocks users from installing Google GMS on its smartphones in China. Recent article published by Gizmo China in regards to Xiaomi pushing out an update which is essentially going to brick or cease functionality for all Google Play services on China-based devices and devices within China. Now, this was discovered by some users recently after they updated their China-based devices. Before we start talking about what I think and my initial reaction, guys, the reason I'm not showing my face on camera right now is because I have chicken pox. My face looks absolutely terrible. On the good side, though, I did start a Discord server. Link to that is on my Twitter, and I'll have a link to where you can go and check all of that stuff out down below. Now, there's a lot of questions about whether or not this is going to affect devices outside of China. There's also been quite a few questions about if this is going to lead to a Huawei ban of sorts. And do I think it's going to lead to a Huawei ban of sorts? I don't. That's done on the US side. This is being done on the China side of things. So it's not exactly the same. Now, next up, I think that this totally sucks. More often than not, I'm getting China-based devices to review here, and having to wait the 2 weeks to unlock the bootloader before I can give you guys an actual review of the device is definitely going to affect my review process, the process I have of making videos and stuff like that. And ultimately, you guys are going to be the ones that lose out on it. Now, that being said, I actually have 3 reasons why I think Xiaomi did this. And this isn't me taking the side of Xiaomi in this case. This is just 3 reasons why I think that they've done this, and to give you guys a little bit different of a perspective on this. Now, the first is that the experience sucks. Now, to be completely fair, my experience with China devices running Google Play services is that it's terrible. There's always a lot of China-specific applications on those devices. There's a lot of China bloatware in general. You can get rid of it, some of it, but a lot of times this stuff is still there. You never get all of the Google Play services working in the same manner in which they do on Xiaomi EU or on a global edition of sorts. And honestly, having to deal with all of the China bloatware and China crap on the device, it just makes the experience much worse. And when I switch to Xiaomi EU, all that goes away, which is more often than not why I wait until I have Xiaomi EU to do like a full kind of review on the device. Now, the second reason is that Xiaomi has a big problem with their China versus global lineup and resellers. This happens a lot in Vietnam. I've done videos about this before, and I'll try to link one of those up here. But there's a lot of people that they go out and they buy a device, they go to a store, and the store is selling them a China device either on a custom ROM, which was what one of my experience was, or people are just getting the China device and they're installing the Google Play services on it, and it's just a not optimum experience at all. And people come back to the store with problems. I've had friends that have had this, that have been stuck on a China device, and ultimately, right, a lot of what's going on is that these devices that are China specific are getting exported, and because they sell for so cheap in China, there are companies that can make $30, $40, $50 a phone shipping phones outside of China. And there is a big business in that, and that's one of the reasons why Xiaomi has a wait time to unlock the bootloader. And I think that this might be another attempt that Xiaomi has at cracking down on people exporting their devices outside of China, because in many ways it kind of screws up the international lineups that they have and what they're trying to do in regards to brand uniformity. Now, the third and last reason is that I don't really think that this is going to affect a lot of people or affect many people in the same way as it would affect people watching these videos. Now, if you're watching my channel, you're more likely than not kind of a nerd, and you are familiar with rooting and bootloaders and ROMs and all of that stuff. And because of that, For you to wait 2 weeks for the device and then to go ahead and unlock it and put whatever custom ROM, probably Xiaomi EU, is not that big of a deal. And for me, I'm going to continue buying Xiaomi devices because it's not going to be that big of an issue for me. I am totally fine with waiting 2 weeks or having to use all Microsoft apps. In fact, I did a video about using only Microsoft stuff up here. I'm okay to live in that world for 2 weeks, but it's not going to be one that I can really share as an experience or like an authentic review experience, because it's just not going to be like that. But those are the 3 reasons that we have right now that Xiaomi is doing this. I think it totally sucks. They're saying it's about legislation and regulation. Let's see if other players follow suit. See you guys on Discord. Peace.